Everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. I am Barbara. I'm so glad that you are here meeting me in my tunnel. In this video, I just wanted to turn the camera on because I'm actually down here in the tunnel with my husband. We just had some of our neighbors come by to come and take a look at the high tunnel. They're actually building a greenhouse and they wanted to see what ours looked like and just ask some questions. So it's always good when we have company. And so they just left and it reminded me of a couple of things that I want to talk about on this video. But first, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see, because we're actually about to harvest some stuff while we're out here. Now, you'll see my husband's going to be doing all the heavy lifting because your girl is on the injured side. The last video that I shot out here was probably about a week ago. I was doing the carrots and the cabbage. I don't know if that's what did it, but 2 days later, I literally had pulled something and have not been able to really walk. So I am limping at best, but nevertheless, I am here. So I want to turn the camera around and show you, because we're going to harvest some stuff. We're going to actually harvest quite a bit, because when I came out here to show them just the operation of the high tunnel and how things were going, I was surprised myself when I started uncovering stuff. I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So let me show you what the oh my goodness is all about. If you're new here, my name is Barbara. I live in Tennessee in Zone 7B. Let's get to harvesting some stuff and then we'll have a chit chat. Y'all, we have cabbages ready galore. If you know my history with cabbages, for the longest time, I was not able to grow cabbages. Last year was the first year I was successfully growing cabbages, and that wasn't until like March. Let's see what you got, babe. Let's see if y'all can get a shot of that.
I can come around there.
That looks so good. Okay, you've already harvested two?
Yeah, let me get one of the other ones.
Okay, y'all, do you see that? So that's cabbage number 2. And I think we have a total of 3 that you've already done, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll let you. So the thing about cabbage is that it's a one for all. Once you harvest the head of cabbage, that plant is done. So we are definitely creating more space that we want. If we want to grow more, we can. And I think I can get another round in. It would be great if I had already started some cabbages, but that is not the reality. So in an ideal world, it would be great if I already had some cabbage seedlings ready to go in the ground. That's not the case. So it'll be probably another couple of weeks before I can start seeds. And so that'll be like the 1st of January. And I still probably have time to get one more harvest in, because the goal is to have it done like by mid-April at the latest. And so I still may be able to do that. Okay, y'all, I want to show you my broccoli. I came out here and was a little disappointed. Do you see this? These brown things on my beautiful heads of broccoli? It's pretty much all the way down. So let's talk about it. So you can see it there, like pretty much all the way down. On the broccoli, that's one thing that I've never seen before, so I had to look it up. And based on what I was researching, I think it's called brown bead. And when I was looking up, it said that it can be caused by fluctuations in temperatures, inconsistent watering, or like overwatering or excessive watering, or inconsistent watering. And it was one other thing. And so what I have deduced, I think what has happened is because of the different fluctuations in temperature. Literally over the last 2 weeks, like today, the high is like 57 to 60 degrees is the high. But last week, the high was like 30. And so it's in the tunnel. Of course, it's always going to be 20 to 30 degrees higher in here than it is out there. So I think the temperature fluctuations have caused it to do that. I've never seen it before. So the issues I've had with broccoli in the past is I have not been able to get it to grow. And then last year I was on my way, and then we had voles that came in and ate it, and I didn't have time to grow more. This year it has been successful for the first time ever. You guys have seen previous videos in the last month or so with me showing you how beautiful this broccoli was. The other thing that I have done wrong when it comes to broccoli and cabbages and things like this and cauliflower, I've always waited too long. And what I mean by that is I'm always like, ooh, let me let it get a little bit bigger. Ooh, just a little bit bigger. And then it's fine one day and I come out 2 or 3 days later and either it has bolted, it has brown on it, something has eaten it. Like that has happened to me at least 3 out of the last 4 fall seasons. This broccoli is a very similar example of that. My broccoli was great. It was beautiful. I came out here to harvest And I got like the broccoli that I needed for the night. And I said to myself, I saw one broccoli head that had the little brown on it. Everything else was beautiful. In my mind, I thought, oh, let me cover the broccoli. It's about to be real cold. Let me cover the broccoli so it'll be safe and protected during these 4 or 5 days when the temperatures are going to be like, you know, way below freezing. And I said, I need to come out here and get that broccoli. Y'all know what happens. Life happens. Life has continued to happen. And so when I came out here, I'm like, I should have harvested that broccoli. Because in my mind, I was like, oh, let me let it get protected. It was smaller. Let me let it get bigger. And then I'm going to come out here and harvest it and put some in my freezer. Blah, 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 blah. Well, now what my husband is doing is we're going to harvest the parts that don't have the brown. So like the outer perimeter. Now, as I was researching, if it's brown bead, it says that I could probably take the brown parts off and still eat that. But just to be on the safe side, because I've never done it, never had it before, I'm just going to cut the parts around it that don't have the brown on it. And we'll be able to at least salvage some of the broccoli. So that's what I'm going to do. If you have any experience with that, have seen it before, have had it, have any intel, put it down below. Let me know. So he has harvested 4 cabbages. And now we're harvesting the broccoli. Okay, guys, so you can see I got a tray of broccoli. Of course, is not in put together heads. We cut off the pieces that would work, but look, I still got something out of the deal. So we can put this in the freezer, and I would say this is probably the equivalent of probably 4 heads of broccoli, 3 or 4 heads of broccoli. So we still got something out the deal, even though we didn't get all the heads of broccoli. And then let me go over here to the cabbages and show you we've harvested 5 heads of cabbage. So we have 5 heads of cabbages that look fantastic. And of course we have more in the ground that just needs to get bigger. Okay, guys, so now I'm going to sit down and try to do some carrots and just harvest these so that way, y'all better call me Bugs Bunny. Do you see that? Do you see that? Y'all, look at these carrots. Well, if 1 is good, 2 is better. Y'all couldn't have planned that more perfectly. If 1 is good, 2 is better. Now, it's something else when you semi-injured, you can just come out here and sit down on a stool and just go get food out of your garden. Are y'all seeing this thing? Are you seeing this? So beautiful. Now, for those that are new, if you're wondering what carrots these are now the only carrots that I will grow if I want to have a harvest of carrots that I'm going to eat. These are Bolero carrots from Johnny Seeds. These are pelleted seeds. And I have done several videos of when I planted these. I've talked about this. Last year was the first time that I did it, and I will always grow these carrots. When it comes to carrots, they can be one of the more difficult things to grow. I won't go into a lot of detail because I have a video that talks all about it. I will try to remember to link up here. But if you have questions, put them down below. Now, when I first started growing carrots, they did not grow well. My husband will attest to you. They were like pencil sticks, matchsticks coming out of the ground. They were not like real carrots like that. And then, of course, I wanted all the pretty colors, the rainbow colors. And like last year, I did some of those just because I still like that. But I will not do a whole bed of that thinking we're going to eat good and high on the hog with some rainbow carrots. No, that ain't working for me. These work for me. So this is what I grow right here. And remember, we just harvested some of these, 2 weeks ago? These are fully ready. I mean, I'm just pulling them and pulling them and pulling them. And carrots have a long storage. I also have a video on how you can store your carrots and they will be good for a year. Yes, I said a year. Y'all, do you see this? Honey, look at this.
Whoa.
You're not even finding that in your grocery store.
That's a match kid.
You're not even finding that in your grocery store. Yes, you can store carrots for up to a year. They're not going to be mushy. They're going to be crisp just like you see them now. I have a whole video all about it. These carrots were planted, I think, in September. So I can still get another round in to do it before the spring. Let me try this middle row because I planted the middle row later. Oh, wow. Unreal. Unreal. Okay, y'all. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to actually start cutting the tops off because this is going to save me room in my basket and it's going to make my work less when I get in the house. But, you know, you got to pull out the whole carrot. You got to see all the green tops and all of that good stuff because that's impressive on camera. But in real life, let's cut these bad boys off. And then, like I said before in the previous video, you can use these carrot tops. You can eat every part of this plant. You can eat these carrot tops in a salad. You can make carrot top pesto. You can use this for broth, flavor, when you're making like your chicken broth and things like that. So that's one of the beautiful things when it comes to growing your own food and what God has designed is that most things you can eat the entire plant, leaf, root, the whole 9 yards. The carrot is actually, this is called a root crop because the part you're eating is actually the root. This is the leaf part. You can eat that too though. Okay, y'all, I have a whole basket of carrots. Y'all, these are some of the biggest and best carrots I have ever grown. Okay, y'all, see what else I got. My first cauliflower. We harvested 4 regular snowball, and then look at that beautiful cheddar cauliflower, y'all. Oh, collard greens right here in this basket. This basket and this basket, collard greens, 5 cabbages, a whole basket full of carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower. Y'all, unreal. My husband harvested all that. We're probably done by 30-45 minutes. Unreal. Do you hear me? And I have a ton more that I can harvest. I didn't even touch the kale. I have more cabbages, more collard greens. I have daikon radishes that are like on supersized steroids, but I'm just out of, I have arugula, I have bok choy, but I'm just out of time. I actually have a doctor's appointment for a follow-up to see what is going on. I think I have, it's some form of sciatica. Y'all, when I tell you, when you think about me, will you please say a prayer? I hope by the time you see this video, I am well and back walking 100%. So definitely say a prayer for me. But yeah, I pulled something in my hip, muscle, thigh, something. It is very, very difficult to walk. Literally for 48 hours, I could not walk Sunday and Monday before Christmas. And then I'm walking now, but it's not without pain. So definitely say a prayer for me. But what I wanted to say is, literally, I came down here just because my neighbors wanted to see it. I really haven't been down here. And then plus it did need watering. So I did water everything, but there's so much to do. There's a lot to do. There's not a lot to do. I mean, in the fall, there's a lot to do, obviously, because I'm usually down here like once a week. So there's a lot to do, but I don't have time today. I got to run to the doctor. And then we're about to be out of town in a little bit. So anyway, we got a beautiful harvest today. I cannot stress the importance enough. If you are not growing your own food, put that on your list in 2025. Start somewhere. There is no excuse. There's no reason why you cannot at least get a pot and grow you something in it. I'm telling you, do not wait until you get your land. Do not wait until you have the big garden that you've always dreamed of if you don't know how to grow food. Start with where you are. So that way, when you get to where you're going, to your dream place, you already have some knowledge under your belt. What you see here is after 4 years, I am now harvesting stuff that I have not been able to harvest. Those are the best looking carrots I have ever grown. Last year was beautiful, but some of the ones I pulled out here are so big, you don't even see that in a grocery store. Daikon radish, the cauliflower, that's a first. And I was telling my husband, after 4 years, it's so beautiful to still have first in the garden. That is why I say that gardening is a journey. You don't get there overnight, nor do you arrive at your destination. It's an ongoing journey where you're going to continue to learn and continue to grow. Let's do it together. Y'all, I'll see you on the next video. I hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And y'all, you already know what's coming. Do you know what's coming? Because when we hit that top of the year, it's time to start talking about seeds. Your girl is hype, as usual. But y'all, I gotta go. It's been great to just talk to you for a few minutes and hang out in the garden. I hope that you have a good, wonderful rest of the year. And if 2024 wasn't the best year yet, hang on, 2025 is here to come. And y'all, we are going to aim to grow some of the best, biggest, beautiful gardens with God's help in 2025. Until next time, remember, gardening is a journey. Let's grow together. I'll see you next time, friend.